Hello and welcome, everyone. JoeHart here, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I guess I'm going to do a hello and welcome. Good to see you, of course. Okay, what happened there? And of course, let's do, I don't know, edit or something. Radio edit. Okay. So how's everybody doing? You doing okay? So we're kind of doing a watch along, or like a follow along. I'm tracking the North Wilkesboro race through Twitter. I follow most everybody in motorsports, but I follow a lot of people in motorsports. So so yeah, I'll be aware of what's going on. I'll be getting some updates and stuff. So I want to it's on Flow Racing if anybody wants to watch it. I'm going to see if I can do $113 laps to go. I think that's wrong. I think it's 112 when there's a caution. Flow Racing. So yeah, I'm going to write a new race with stars. How you doing, everybody? Anybody there? Hey. So I made the timer. Now I'm going to make the custom command so I can test it. Quathon Jr. doing something. So, okay. Let me see. As you know, I love Nightbot, and I get really excited about things. So I'm going to get really excited if this works. I'm sure it's going to work, but it just blows me away that it does. I just added this on my laptop, and this is on my iPad. Taking a little bit of time, but I'm sure it'll still come. And once this works successfully, I'll try to edit some and see if that can work on going on. Golly, where's my thing? There it is. Oh, sorry about that. It appears that it's not going to work, but I've seen them be delayed by a whole bunch of times. Dinner time! Dinner time! How come Flow's not working? Let's see if I have a typo or something. Exclamation FLO. There it is. Holy shit, it works. So if you want, you can watch along, and you can watch it. Flow Racing is a subscription. I don't know the cost. I've explored it in the past, but I'm disabled, so I forget. As soon as I research something. But it is the subscription, and they have tons of races. I think I saw one of their show, or heard about one of their shows a while back, and I think someone had said there's like 25,000 events a year. I mean, that's almost 100 a day. I don't know how that can be true, but it might. They have a ton. For sure they have a ton. So hashtag Flow Racing is the hashtag I just made up. I'm sure it's used. And then at Flow Racing is their handle. And tonight they're at North Wilkesboro Speedway, which is that handle, NWB Speedway. And then the two series there today, because last night was rained out. Tonight is Kart. I did that wrong. Shit. I think it's Cars Tour. Cars Tour. And Race with Stars. I'm going to confirm it and then change it. I mean, not change it there, but God damn it. I hate typos. I always consider I'm not a great writer. So Cars Tour. And instead of cut and paste, this will be the first time I just change it, because they're both, it's just one letter. I do cut and paste so that there's no discrepancies or typos or anything. But knowing me, I can always mess things up. Sounds like a yellow. I'm seeing some Twitter Cars Tour. So I don't quite understand Nightbot, but I'm going to try to highlight every one that is posted. I have a ton. I have like 70, 80, 90, and I have like 20 that are every 5 minutes. So it seems like it would happen more often. Good to see you. Edit. So edit that was catching up on Kohlberger. So that's Kohlberger. What do you think? Okay, so let's see if it's Imola. What's going on? Okay, that is Imola. So Imola. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. So there's 18 enabled ones. You know, you can, I don't like the word that they say it's disabled. So it's enabled command or disabled. I don't like that. So 18 that are enabled are every 5 minutes. And currently I think I just see 2 or 3. So yeah, I don't get why they're not working. Definitely sounds like a yellow or something. So hopefully Flow Racing I guess I can do it manually. I think I changed that. I know it's not consistent, but I'm going to time this just cause. I mean, it seems so boom. 27 seconds. So hopefully that's, yeah, okay, it's correct. So it's Cars Tour. Anyway, so hashtag Flow Racing. I just made that up, but I'm sure they use it. And their handle is at Flow Racing. And one of their many events is tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway, which is NWB Speedway. I think NW Speedway is also them, but it seems like a more dated account, or maybe not active, or they forgot the email and password or something. But I do believe it used to be their real account. I actually wrote them. I said, could you clarify which one's real and which one's not? And last night there was a rain out for the Race with Stars. So tonight, Race with Stars is also racing with Cars Tour, the thing that's co-owned, the series that's co-owned by Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick, and other people. I forget the others. Sorry about that. It's a subscription. I don't know how much it costs. Oh, no, I better not guess. I think I have been told what, but I don't want to. How much does a Flow Racing subscription cost? An annual subscription costs $149.99. Billed up front once a year, but will save you 58% annually. We've got 1,500 plus live races streaming in 2021. All for one subscription. Flow Racing is the home of grassroots racing. That was written in December 22nd in 2020. I think it'd be great if they had another one. Something a little more current to that. July 1st, 2020. Why is all their stuff 3 years dated? Don't they have a staff that can do stuff? Holy poop. So the pace car still have its lights on. It's 95 laps to go out of 125 total. It's the Cars Tour Window World 125, which is late model stock. Uh-oh. Audio just disappears occasionally. Okay. Yeah, the audio's not working very well. I get distracted and discouraged and irritable. You know, I guess like for me, I would do better if I knew the audio just didn't work at all. But for it to fade in and work for a while, and you go, oh, great. And it just faded back in. So I've been going for 23 minutes. And I think I've gotten 4 Nightbots. So where are those other 14 Nightbots? And that's just for 5 minutes. I have, and I don't know the enabled or not, but I have 1, 2, 3. Most of them are enabled, but I don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 at 6 minutes. I have, well, that's not disabled. So I have 1, 2, 3 at 7 minutes. 1, 2, 3 at 8 minutes. 1 at 9 minutes. 3 at 10 minutes. So that, I mean, that's a whole bunch more. So 18 for 5 minutes and 19 up to 12 minutes. So that's 37 that I ought to have had. 37. Welcome. Good to see you. Edit, that's me. So 1, 2. Flo, that's me. So 2. Numbers, letters, dashes, dots, and underscore. Automatically posting. Hi, I'm a person with disabilities, PwD's, primarily invisible disabilities. I basically love your stuff. Hi, anybody here? Guess not. I basically love your stuff. I have a bunch of timers and custom commands. I noticed Lotso during the stream. Hi, I'm a person with disabilities, PwD's, primarily invisible disabilities. I basically love your stuff. I have a bunch of timers and custom commands. I noticed Lotso during my many streams, but I've not itemized them yet until now, since it seems several repeat a lot and many never post. Right now, after more than 30 minutes live streaming in StreamYard to 8 platforms, I received 2 of any Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. Why can't the audio just work? I mean, I don't get why, there can be tech problems, but it's audio. Just fucking work. Just plug it in or not. Or correct the Wi-Fi or not. Or make it wired if the wireless doesn't work. Or, just correct it. I don't get it. Hey, anybody there? So I guess I'll watch it. I itemized my Nightbots. Hey, ho. Heidi ho or Heidi o or hi. The ho or yo? I don't know what it is. Heidi ho. Heidi yo. I don't even know where I get it. Not Heidi ho neighbor, but like Tim the Tool Man, but I'll do Heidi ho. Hey ho, Heidi ho. That should get my timers going. Could the timers please show up? Can they please show up? Can they please show up? Can they please show up? Why do they not work? Why do they not work? No audio. Oh my goodness. You're kidding. It's not working? And it's spinning and spinning and spinning. "95 laps." It was not anywhere close to being live because of all the frozen. So it says 95, and then it's anyway. It's not as easy to use as like YouTube, which it's not easy to use on any of them. I'm disabled. None of these things are easy. Oh, there's no time on this. Of course, there's nothing. Sorry, I'm in one of those moods. I'm supposed to log off when I get in one of those moods. 92 laps to go. It was only 3 laps behind. Thanks, Kim. You definitely have spirited. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it. As you already know, you definitely have spirited responders within. Phew, lots of comments. It appears that the folks who agree with the board's decision need to remain quiet and anonymous. That's the astounding thing to me, that people seem to feel that they can't voice their opinions without being attacked and possibly continue being acquaintances of one who disagree. Wow, times are different for sure. I completely understand that others have different opinions on this subject. I also welcome others' opinion and try to keep an open mind. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it. As you already know, you definitely have spirited responders within your comments. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. We had the professional basketball team, Kentucky Colonels. My father was actually a Kentucky Colonel. At the time, a very prestigious title that cost a bit of money. So I grew up with the term Colonel and its connotation definitely deteriorating over time. Anybody here to hear me? And of course, as people changed and grew and expanded.
Hey, everybody, this is.
Why do they keep telling me that it keep having 1.5 thousand plays? Why isn't it 1.6? Why is it 1.7? Obviously, it should be increasing. They're telling me about it. Okay. That's not working. I think I'm going to just, of course, as soon as I said that, it started working, but it's going to freeze again. I think I'm going to type in all my God damn. I guess I don't need them itemized. I'll just. Where am I? I don't know where I am. Is it showing my forehead or? God damn it. What's wrong in me? Getting faster. Holy fuck. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 7. Man, that's not even 10% of them. This is going to take forever. No, that's not it. TikTok. Ticker. Ticker, ticker, ticker. How is everybody, Ticker? What's your bossy? What's your bossy? Little ticker, ticker, ticker. I hope I'm not missing anyone. 2 people. Hey, I'm just, just doing my deal. you know, I'm just doing my deal. This week work. This week work. Is that what it is? Okay, so it's not showing me anything. This week. Oh, God damn it. I did the buggy. I did the buggy. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be myself again. Hey, little boy. Sprint shootout. I apologize if I have missed anyone by doing this, or, you know, rather it's intermixed with all the automatic comments. If you're in inners, I'm sorry if I've missed you. Oh. Damn it. Didn't do it. Way less than a third. About a third once I finish this page here. This is going to take a long time, as I expected, but, you know, I wanted to do a watch long, and Now shorts, slightly different. Close, similar, but slightly different. Radioactive. Boy, this. I'd like to be playing some music. To 8. Okay, I messed that up. I'm sure it's similar to everything else, but I'm going to do it again. Hey, B Survivor. I was just saying I'm sorry if you're in between all these. Oh, hey, I'm just testing everything. Hey, B Survivor. Yeah, I'm just going through all my timers because they just don't, they don't show up. Is that your first comment? I didn't miss 17 before it then, did I? I hope not. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. So I've done 23 so far. It's about a third of them. Oh, fun. You didn't miss any. No. Oh, good, good. Because I've scrolled back once. I didn't do it recently, but after about 5 or 8 of them, I was like, I better scroll back because, holy cow, what 23 of them? Yeah, I know I get a lot of Nightbots, and I know there's a lot, but they seem to be glitchy, and I just keep mass producing more and more and more and more and more and more, and I don't know what I'm up to, probably 65, 70, 75, something like that, and well, 23 is about third, so that's 69 if it's exactly 1/3. So yeah, probably 65, 75, somewhere in there, but most of them, you pick a time you want it to repeat, and you pick a number of minimal lines. You know how I've asked people in my audience to make comments because you need two comments to get the thing up and running. So I usually initially set everything up as 5 minutes, which is the fastest, and 2 lines, which is the minimal. So 5 minutes, 2 lines. And so I've been tweaking it and stuff. Yeah, doing that is a lot of work. Yeah, doing that's a lot of work. Yeah, probably. I assume you mean both. That it takes a lot of work to test them as I'm doing now, but it also takes a lot to set them up and too. But anyway, I periodically count how many 5 minutes, 2 lines I have, and I'm like, it's probably excessive, and like Extreme E. If it's not a week for Extreme E, and they happen like every 2 months or every 3 months or every 4 months. So I don't want it to happen all the time. So during an Extreme E week, I want it to happen every 5 minutes. And then either it's disabled. They call it disabled. I don't like that word, but it can be unenabled. And just like unalived. It can be unenabled, and then R set it up as every 30 minutes, so it just hardly ever happens. So and you know, I would like to do it perfectly every weekend, but I'm thinking if I get to this once every 5 weeks, I want it to last for 5 weeks long, you know, in case it's not perfect. Anyway, so I counted up. I had 18. You know, I had 18 enabled Nightbots that are supposed to happen every 5 minutes and 2 lines. And so tonight I was going to like, okay, I got my list and I'm going to highlight them and stuff. And, you know, it's handwritten. So those are never a good idea for me because I can't read my writing. And then I start screwing up and crossing them off. But it was a starting point. And so it ended up, you know, after 17 minutes, 2 of the 18 have posted. So where are the other 16? And then after 17 minutes, there's 19 more that are every 6 minutes, every 7 minutes, every 8 minutes, you know, up to 12 minutes. So all the ones less than every 12 minutes, there was 18 plus 19. That's 37 of them. So anyway, I mean, my only point, I mean, if I have a point, I don't usually have points. I usually just talk and yammer and yammer and yammer. But if I would make myself try to come up with a point, my point would be, it's just not working, you know? So I tweeted, I always, whenever I have problems with anything, I like to tweet people, even though they have a channel to, you know, for tech support, do this, or if you want support, do this, or if you have a complaint, do this. I usually just tweet and, you know, put every hashtag I can think of and every handle that, and, you know, if I'm complaining about the Americans with Disabilities Act, I put in the Justice Department, who's the sanctioning, you know, who's the police for the ADA. So, you know, I go over the top, of course. So I tweeted Nightbot, and then I'm like, okay, I'll go through their normal channel. And, well, it's a forum. So it's you're not really, I mean, I don't know what Nightbot is. If their tech support is a forum, which I think means just the general public answers your questions, if it's a forum, it's probably a non-for-profit. It probably has a, you know, a non-paid board of directors. You know, it probably, there's, you know, there's not a bunch of money, you know, anyway. So, so I went through their channels and I just said, you know, have I set it up? Did I use, you know, I get so frustrated when you click in to either log in or set up an account and it says, would you like to set it up through Google? And I'm like, I want to do it exactly the way I did it previous time. I don't know what I did last time, but I want it. So anyway, it appeared that neither of my email addresses had been used. So I'm like, okay, I guess that means I don't have an account. So I set up a new one and I posted my, you know, question. And so I don't know what to expect, but I was like, maybe if I do it manually, which I'm doing now, it jump starts it or something. You know, maybe it just says, oh yeah, golly, I'm supposed to be doing something. And now, as I always say so often, that, you know, Twitter, you know, when Twitter first started off, if your followers didn't care about you much after a while, they can ban you, or I think it's called ban. But that was the only choice at the beginning, and you knew when they banned you. So when you would say, oh, I wonder what Bob's doing, and you go look at Bob and it says, you are blocked. Blocked, I think is the word. You are blocked by this person, or I forget what the word is. But you know. Well, after a few years, Twitter got smart or deceitful or whatever you want to call it, and you don't have to unfollow them. You don't have to block them. You can just mute them. And, you know, during a NASCAR race, I can tweet. I used to. I guess I don't do this anymore. But during a NASCAR race, I could have tweeted about 150 times. So when I was at a NASCAR race and I'd say, hey, you know, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I would love it. And then I would set it up so that I wouldn't be disappointed later. I would say, by the way, I do tweet excessively with my OCD. So it's okay if you mute me, I just want the follower. So they look at me like, you want me to mute you? And I'm like, well, I would, anyway, I'd prefer you don't mute me, but there's going to be a lot of tweets. So anyway, so anyway, I don't know if Nightbot has something like that. If I have been put off to the, you know, if it has been put off to the side because I do too much. So anyway, I'm going to go through all yours. B Survivor says, hey, Joe. Oh, fun. And you didn't miss any. Nope. Your comments. Good. And then, holy cow. Yeah, damn, that's a lot of work. And then, I love all your handwritten work. LOL. It's nice to see handwritten instead of computer generated everything. Now, I don't know this, but I think all of Nightbot is, well, I'm sure there's AI that can do it, but I think the majority of most of Nightbot is hand typed by someone, you know. So it may not, you know, like for Agenda Free TV, he might not hand type all of his stuff, but he probably gives the directive and then someone else does it. And they're the, you know, the social media guru or whatever, you know, to help out and stuff. So I think they are. I mean, I guess you can get AI, but yeah, thank you. I like that too. Bring me back to the good old days. Oh, brings me back to the good old days. Well, you're welcome to be welcomed back to the good old days. Anyway, this is kind of a watch along. You know, as always, I can complain about anything and everything and all the time. I can complain upon you know, any little speck I can complain about. But I really dislike StreamYarding on my iPad, which I'm doing right now. So, you know, I can't see, you know, the people that are in, I can't see where they're from, which is minor. It doesn't give me the time on the comments. So if I go off screen and I come out and it's like, oh, B, when did you comment? And then it says you were, you know, 18 minutes ago or 7 minutes ago or 3 minutes ago or 1 minute ago, I'd go, oh, okay, 1 minute, you're still here, probably B. And, you know, people can be here waiting 63 minutes. I like to see the time so I know, you know, how long have I neglected them or whatever. So, and you know, I can't invite people up. There's no, I can't share. I think you can do panels. Let me see. Guests. Participants, invite guests. I can invite guests. So, anyway, yeah, you can do panels on this, but I can't share. So anyway, that's probably where I got, you know, hung up on the, did you see, what was that? I don't think, here, B, let me go to my banners. And Agenda Free TV, I want to be exactly like him when I grow up. And I love his notifications. I love his layout. I love his banners. I love his tickers. I want to be exactly like him when I grow up. Of course, with my topics, which could be similar to his topics, that, you know, but anyway, he has something called a red ticker. Now, like all my tickers are blue, like the B Survivor there is green. And then I said blue, but I meant green. And then hello and welcome is green. And I think I choose one color for everything. Now, and I don't pay much. Oh, I guess I do. I pay $49 a month. Anyway, I think he has a premium. So he can have different colors for everything. He has a red ticker that has the explanation of what he's streaming about. So that if someone shows up 2 hours later and says, hey, Steve, thanks for the stream. I'm sorry I got here late. Can you get me up to speed, or can you give me a summary? And he rarely does that. If he's in a good mood, he'll just dismiss that. But if he's not in a good mood, he'll be like, you really think that just because you show up, I can give you, you know. So anyway, he's quirky. So anyway, kind of like Gray's, you know, Gray's. But anyway, the ticker is completely explanatory. So if you're not there for the first 2 hours, he puts everything into it. And I'm like, that is so cool. And I would get hung up on it. Like he updates it every 10, 15 minutes. So it's always up to date. Or I don't know how often he does it, but it's pretty current. Anyway, this morning when I did the Formula One, the tentative, I love my titles of my streams, but it was, let's see here. I had a bunch of possible, where is it? God damn it. So yeah, I wanted to come on and stream until Formula One canceled the race. And nothing was announced that they were going to cancel the race, but I had a feeling they were going to cancel it. So anyway, the possible ways to describe it was pending, tentative, possible, breaking news, announcement. So, I was like, well, what do I say? Pending or tentative or possible? I'm like, well, fuck, I don't know if it's going to happen. And then, of course, it's breaking news announcement. But anyway, I mean, my titles are phenomenal. Anyway, I made my official second ticker. This ticker you see right now, I made the first week or so, and I haven't changed it, and I think it's pretty good. And it wasn't my first write. I did edit it, so it became much better. But I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. But the second one, it can go up to 1,000 characters. Anyway, that was a huge preface. I'm sorry, I'm going to show it to you. This is the other one that I did. That's it. So I always want to not read it until it's at the beginning of the thing, but it's pretty long. I think you can type up 1,000 characters. I don't know what I'm at. I think it's 250 characters or 300 or, so I can do triple this, so it's like, holy moly, those tickers are, and again, I'm Agenda Free TV is in a gallery that's not even close to my solar system, our planet, our continent, our country, our state, our county, our city, our neighborhood, our street, our house. I mean, he's so much huger. But again, if and when I figure out what to do and how to do it, it's okay to have the tools so that I can expand a little better. So anyway, I didn't read it until. Okay, hopefully. Okay, I think it's getting kind of to the end here. I guess my name is the last thing. So I'm going to read it. I'm sure you may have already read it a couple times, but I'm going to read it. This is my second official ticker. And I think I edited it a little bit. So it's not my first rough draft. It's a little different. So hashtag Emilia Romagna GP may be disrupted because of the severe weather recently in the region and the continued swelling of flooding near and at the circuit. Autodromo Imola, or Imola, I think it's Imola. It's Italian. Anybody know Italian? In Imola, Italy. Covering pending breaking news announcements. Hopefully today, Wednesday, May 17th, 23, today. And then testing my second new ticker, JoeHart PwD's. Again, that's like 300 characters. And, I can do triple that. So anyway, that's my second one. Any opinions? Do you care? Do you think it's cool? Oh, that's interesting. Interesting, good? No, anyway, yeah, I'm not fishing. I am fishing. I didn't mean to fish. So anyway, it's my second ticker. I want to expand to different tickers. And these are the same. Like, let me go to banners. So every time I start a stream until this new second ticker, I would start with these two. And they're the same thing. They're both called banners. You write a banner and then you click on it. Do you want it to be a ticker? Do you want it to move? So they are both banners, but the one on the bottom obviously is a ticker. So anyway, it's kind of neat. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's interesting. I think it's a great ticker. Thanks. Thank you very much. But anyway, I'm trying to. He's agenda-free TV is great. And I mean, I think I watched him yesterday. He's from New England, kind of close to me, not real close to me, but kind of close to me. And there was a regional shooting, and he doesn't necessarily plan to cover mass shootings, and he doesn't necessarily like to cover mass shootings, but it does end up that he does a lot, and there's a ton of them. But this was a regional Massachusetts one, and I'm like, rarely is there situations that I'm not interested in. I'm just like, well, that's, and I don't know why it didn't hit me, but I was like, so normally every time, and he always sends out, again, I wanted my notices to be like his. He sends out an early notice. I haven't quite figured out if that's the same as when I schedule it 2 hours in advance, and everybody is they are told about that. If that's an early notification, or if early notification is a new different thing, because it's really cool. His are great. But anyway, as soon as I get an early notification, I plan for that event, and either I log off and just focus on his stuff, or I have another device and turn it on and put the earbud on, and it's always running. And I know that's a little distractive, and that, I mean, after a while, all the stuff I'm doing may be the reason that my numbers aren't growing, but I don't really think that may necessarily been true. I've been doing things for 5 months, for 6 months, I've been doing, it might be the topic, like you were saying, be survivor and all that stuff. So I'm going to put on my earbuds, see if that audio is working. I doubt if it is, but that's because I'm eternally pessimistic. I hear nothing. Let me go to look on the, it shows a moving picture that keeps freezing. It just froze, and it says 71 laps to go. And if I advance it, it's not on live. So I'm going to see how many laps, and then now it says 74 laps to go. I could have sworn it said 71. I might have misread it. Anyway, it's supposed to go down when you go closer to live. But it's frozen, so it hasn't. Anyway, dirt racing and late model stock and all those are an acquired taste. And I certainly don't have the acquired taste yet. And I probably never will, but it was cool the first few nights. And I don't know, I mean, maybe I'm over. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm overdoing my laptop. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 tabs open. So that might be the reason it's freezing. I doubt it. But okay, let me try to close ones I can. StreamYard, got to keep that open. YouTube Studio, I should keep that open. YouTube, hey, I'm in. Let me say hi. Hey, B. Let's see here. This is me saying hey, B. This is me saying hi as a viewer. I'm Joe Viewer. Close some tabs. So that's me as a viewer. So yeah, I might close that. I'll say TikTok I can probably do without. Twitter I can't do without. Nightbot can't do without. Night Dev, I posted. It says they're going to tell me automatically. Ping cord. I don't want to close ping cord. So I'm going to close ping cord. Twitter, it's another Twitter. And the event's over. Okay, now I'm down to 6. I'm going to go through them again. Hello, Joe Viewer. I, of course, have streamlined my... I think I'm going to become neurotic, if you probably can't guess already. But so let me see here. I stopped on PTS. So stopped on PTS. I'm going to continue these. Stopped on exclamation point PTS. Okay, so let me go down to, I'm sure you've seen this. You may not exactly know what it is or how it is, but this is my timer for hello. Let's see here. Select all. Copy. So that's an exclamation point HI for hi. But I'm gonna let's see here. So I'm gonna show it. Where am I? Okay. So this is, usually what I try to do with hellos. Anyway, 200 out of 200 characters. I got it exactly to the same character. I didn't know that. I didn't know YouTube had a, there it is. So that's my extended hello. Hi to StreamYard Joe from Facebook Joe, Facebook page Joe, LinkedIn Joe, YouTube Joe 1 and 2, Twitch Joe, Twitter Joe 1, 2, and 3. Best wishes with your stream. See you soon. Thanks. Want to join Discord? HTTPS, and then JoeHart PwD's, Invisible Disabilities. So catching up on Kohlberger. Man, I keep trying to find out. Okay, this isn't what this stream is about, but I'm pretty certain that nobody knows when Bethany's meeting is. It appears that it's secret, kind of like, Banfield calling it. What time is it? Banfield goes live in 23 minutes. I don't think I want to watch her, but she's intriguing for sure. I think I record her every night, so I could watch her. Again, I have all of her recorded, but I only want to watch it live. Like I was talking about movies. I don't want to watch my, on demand. Anyway, something about Banfield and something about something. But catch it. Oh, so yeah, she calls the grand jury secret. She's, and the way she says it too. But I think I think I periodically mention this. Like, there are times that my OCD gets the best of me, and there are times that I'm kind of in tune with my OCD. So when I'm in tune with the OCD, I think I can, effectively, efficiently be about 85, 90% efficient. And that's nice. I like it. I'm pretty confident. I know I'm pretty sure. If I make a quote, I know it's correct and stuff like that. And then other times I can be other numbers, 30% efficient, 40%, 50, 60, but I think the last couple of days I've been feeling 30% efficient. So I'm not, flying, but it appears that Bethany's meeting time is not known, which makes sense. I mean, if Bethany, and I think there's leakers about everything everywhere, but that's such an intimate meeting. It's either Bethany or the lawyer that leaked it, or their handlers. It could be other, but it's only 5 people at the most. It's not 200 people that could have leaked it. It's only, so anyway. It would be real easy for Bethany and or her lawyer to say, okay, I'm willing to meet you, but you cannot broadcast when this is. Don't give the date, don't give the day, and don't give the time. I'm just hypothesizing. And then, as far as it being canceled because of the grand jury, I'm amazed. I can type in different things about Bethany. The meeting and I type in different ways to Google it, and not one thing is after April 28th. There's a couple that are May 1st and stuff, but those are smaller media press agencies that they're behind by 2 or 3 days. It takes them a while to get, live new breaking news. But nothing is after April 28th. And I'm like, come on. Someone like you or me had to say, has it been canceled? There would have to be something on Twitter, someone asking it, and nothing is shown after April 28th. So I think it's the weirdest thing. Anyway, very strange. Exactly, I think it's very strange. So I have no, I have no hypotheses of why that's true, but yeah. Anyway, that's it. So what do we got here? So Flow Racing has finally showed up. What I think that's a MOLA finally showed up. That's I think this is Emilia. I think this is Imola. I think this is Koberger. I think this is High. I think this is Flow again. Why does Flow? And here's Flow again. So Flow has happened 3 times before the other. How many do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Flow has happened 3 times before the other 14 have showed up at all, plus the other 19, but okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 4 for the next Flow Racing. And then 1, 2, 3. Anyway, there seems to be plenty of things that repeat and plenty of things that don't. So what's going on with you, B? What do you want to talk about this? Oh, goddamn. Flows on a and Lyndon Not Baines was fairly useful for some things. He was very useful for a lot of things. I just don't want to give Lyndon Not Baines any credit, but he was quite as he was very helpful in many ways. It was just the message that was tough. Everything is fine. Anything is fine. It's your channel. I know, but golly, get me a little focused at least. Get me a little focused, like Bethany. But anyway, so Lyndon Not Baines always said, and this was right after I showed tiny bit of the Formula One live stream, and boom, within 30 minutes I was shut down. And then they're like, hey, why don't you make a backup channel and blah 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 blah, which I did, but it's not really a backup channel because it's the same account and the same email. So it's if they shut down one, they shut down 2. I have to do a completely separate email account and stuff, which I have to do that for Twitter too. I think I need 2 more accounts, 2 more Google accounts. I think I got a new monitor. Did you hear about my new monitor? So I got a new monitor. I'm really excited about that, but I want to use it for Twitter, and it's not working. I'm trying to get. I want to open a browser and open up Twitter and open up all 3 of my different Twitter accounts at the exact same time, and then watch some of the live streaming. Now I didn't hear about your. Well, there it is. There it is. Okay, there's my laptop, and then that's me as a viewer. That's JoeHart viewer in YouTube, and then that's my. I should not move it and catch up with the. There's a little delay, but yeah, okay, there. Stop. Okay, so that's the new monitor, and then this is. I don't know what to call my TV, but that's really a LCD. It's a computer monitor. It's not a TV, but I think it was called a TV monitor or whatever. I don't know what to call TVs. That's what that is. But I tested it before I bought this. It was either $69 or $79. $69 or $79 free shipping. I mean, that is disposable. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, so I'm I always want to overdo things, and I always want to, I want to make things compact, but then I can't work it. Anyway, I want to divide that monitor up into 6 portions and have 6 different browsers open. 2 of the browsers, I mean, if I only can have 2 browsers open on that monitor, then the top priority is Twitter. I have to have different accounts of Twitter open. When my StreamYard goes live, I go into the streams of the Twitter so that I can see live comments and I can respond to live comments. That's what I want to do. But Google, damn Google, I did it. I brought two Google, is it? I don't know what it's called. What's that called? Is it just called Google? Whatever the browser is. I think it is called Google. It won't tell me. I'm hovering above it, but then it's showing me other things. But anyway, I opened up 2 browsers, opened up Twitter. I had Twitter number 1 over here on the laptop. I made the first one Twitter number 2. I went, yippee. Then I went to the third one and opened it up and made it Twitter number 3. And I'm like, yes, I have all 3 Twitters open and this is going to work. So I go back to Twitter number 2 and I post. And what is it? It's Twitter 3. And then I go back to Twitter number 1 and I post. And what is it? Twitter number 3. So they automatically switch to the one you switch into. And I'm like, I don't want that. And I'm sure what I want to do can happen. And I'm sure it can happen morally and ethically and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure it can happen. So I got to just figure out how to do it. And so anyway, that's but like I said, I want to cut it into 3 across, 2 down. I want to have 6 different monitors over there. But that would be, like during a StreamYard. And every time I share a screen in StreamYard, it says, you ought to have a second monitor because it's so much easier. But I've never done it with a second monitor. What I imagine what that might be is if I had, I can't even think, 2 different, if I had the live timing of IndyCar and the live timing of NASCAR, instead of having one posted, go over it, close it, exit that window, open the other one. I want to have them both open and I just flip them back and forth. That's what I'd like to do. So I think that's what you do with that stuff. But anyway. Uh-oh, you laughed. What did I do funny? Oh, that's very nice. That's it? Well, that's not bad at all. Yeah, $69 or $79, that is disposable. That really is. And I don't want to add to the landfill of the world, and I don't really mean disposable because I don't like that. I don't like that things get thrown away. But that's so effing cheap, and it depends what happens. If this becomes successful, I'm going to have 2 up there. I'm going to have it look like a gamer setup, but without games. I'm not going to do games. So anyway, and then, of course, you laughed. I don't know what I said, but I believe you. I believe that it was funny. I appreciate that you thought it was funny. So thank you. So IMSA, I don't know, one of the Formula One things, Kohlberger, Flow is in the flow. Another Formula One, Kohlberger. See, they're repetitive. That's Kohlberger and that's Flow, but not the other 18 of them. Why? The way I think logical, computers are logical. In my opinion, they would just, if there's 18 every 5 minutes, just do the first, do the second, do the third, and go all the way to 18. And then by then your 5 minutes will be up. So then you do the first, do the second, do the third. And like I said, I don't know if Nightbot has what Twitter has where they can shadow ban me or that kind of stuff. So, maybe I'm overdoing it. and maybe I'm getting more than my money's worth since it's free. So I don't know if they consciously slow me down or not. I would hope not. I would hope that it's just glitches and they don't really ever know. And for Ping Cord, their tech support he's super knowledgeable, super nice. He doesn't always get back to you in a timely fashion, but that's probably because he's efficient. He wants to find the solution, so he really digs into it. So he's late to get to the next one. But anyway, something about him and something about Nightbot. He usually discovers bugs. He says, oh, the reason that posted twice and then posted 0 times is because of blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how do you, most people go, keep doing it. I hope it gets better. I don't know why it does 2 to 0. I'll check into it and I'll get back to you, but I mean, he finds a solution. So, again, I'm hoping Nightbot's not shadow banning me or whatever an appropriate term would be. It's probably it's a buggy thing. And, Nightbot says, I'm not going to post 18 things within 5 minutes. Sorry. But I would like to, and I'm supposed to do that with minutes, I think, but I would like to prioritize them. I would like to say, of the 18 things, if you're only going to post 3, this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. These 15 you can ignore, but those are the 3 that I want you to post. And I, of course, want all 18. But so anyway, I don't know. Ooh, doggy. So so what's tomorrow? Friday? Oh, Thursday. What's tomorrow? Damn. NHRA. I don't want to do any of that stuff. And Formula One is canceled. Golly, what am I going to do without Formula One? Now, I don't. Oh, yeah, you're not on Twitter, but it's cute and funny and probably pathetic too. But I'm not. I don't like to be nice. I don't like to be mean. But Formula One fans get really jacked up for the races. So there's this race coming up this weekend in Italy, and then we're also like, you got to cancel. There's deaths and there's severe weather, and you got to cancel. And then they cancel, and then people are showing these memes of people rocking themselves to calm their, they're like waiting for the next race in Monaco. And, so the memes are self-defacing or self-effacing, I think is the word, but self-something, anyway, it's, if you're on Twitter, I'd recommend you check out some of the Formula One, memes and whatever else they do. I don't know how to do all that stuff. And a lot of times when people think I'm funny and blah 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 blah, I'm usually funny. If I am ever funny, I'm usually funny because I'm telling the truth. I'm usually telling a serious must survive without Formula One. Yeah, that's kind of what they do. They're rocking themselves to sleep, and they're and it shows this really nervous, upset person sitting there, and it says, me waiting for the next race in Monaco because the Italian one, it's not called Italian. There's also Italian one in several months. So it's called Emilia Romagna one, has been canceled. So, they're, it really is how to survive without it. And I'm pretty close to it. Now, I think I was addicted to NASCAR for a while. And I'm sure I was. And that's probably why I kept going to races, even after I'd get kicked out and not have money to go back. But I kept going back and trying to sneak in again and succeeded 160 times. And not succeeded, 20 or 30 times. So there's plenty of times I didn't succeed. But, and, the grass is always greener or whatever the phrase is. Like, the stuff I'm in, I probably think is more intense than what I used to do. So I would guess my obsession with Formula One is more extreme than the one I had with NASCAR. But I'm sure I could ask, 3 family members and 3 people that saw me at a race, and they're like, dude, you were so wrong. You were so jacked up about all that stuff. So, who knows? I like Formula One for sure. And I did the points. I had so much to stream about this week, which I can just stream next week. And Monaco, but Monaco's a boring race. The Emilia Romagna GP is pretty exciting because it's different and alternative, and the track is cooler than most. It's usually the coolest track of the year, and it's often rainy. Usually one of the 5 or 2 of the 5 sessions are not rained out. They have rain tires, but when it rains, it doesn't really help to gather data because the other sessions aren't going to be on rain. So even though you're doing a practice and learning about, racing at that track, it usually is worth nothing because you're on a rain tire versus a dry tire. So it's kind of strange how that works. Anyway, whew, doggy. Okay, I'm going to put the earbud on. Has this miraculously worked? Are you going to write Neil and 11 laps to go? It's not live. Let me forward it to live because it keeps freezing. And usually when I forward it to live, it goes higher in laps. It hasn't changed yet. It's still 11 laps to go. Queen in first, Millington, Fryer, Honeycutt, Riggs. This is a separate race. Those are different names. What time is it? 9:57. Holy shit, this is the last race. I guess the previous race is done. 11 laps to go. Oh, that says cars. So it's delayed. The last race was supposed to start at 9:45, which is 13 minutes ago. And the second last race has 11 laps to go. So, yeah, they're way behind. So I should recognize the names. Anyway, I don't. It's still frozen. Still 11 laps to go. Queen is number 1. You like that name? Queen. Millington, Fryer, Honeycutt, Riggs. And then it shows 21st through 25th. Dickens, Brown, Bolin, Huffman, Fogelman. I have no idea if 25th is the last or there's more, or if it's going to flick back up to 6th through 10th. Now they're live, and it sounds like they're done. And it freezes again. This is ridiculous. I have a very expensive Wi-Fi. I pay a lot of money for Wi-Fi. Not a lot, but I think I do. What time is it? Should I do a movie? 9:59. Oh, golly, what are the 10 o'clock movies? Oh, wait, wasn't there something? Wasn't I talking about something about a movie kind of thing? Something. I think I did talk about. Here, I'm going to... I think I just talked about a show that was coming up at 10 or 11 or something. And YouTube TV has me sign in every time. Don't know why. I don't remember you talking about any specific movie. Well, what's in my memory is something like a movie, like a show, like it's not the watch along. Something was coming up at 10. Let me look at tonight's schedule here. So yeah, the race at 9:45 is the last thing on the schedule, supposedly. And this is Wednesday. So the last Radioactive was 7 p.m., so it's not that. That's 7 p.m. over there. Yeah, I guess I don't know what I did. So anyway, let's go down to movies. I'm going to check out what the movies are. So the movies that are currently on, oh, that's going round and round and round. So the movies going on right now, Angel Has Fallen, The Shawshank Redemption, Iron Man, Tyler Perry Something, The Quick and the Dead, Hitch, Tyler Perry Something, The Hunt, Runner, 21 Jump Street, Fist Fight, The Great Ziegfeld. And that started, but the guy's still talking about it. I like that. I like Turner Classic Movies because even though it says it starts at whatever 10, they give an introduction, which I like to hear the introduction. But if I'm late, at least I don't miss the movie. So the ones coming up, which they're 10:30 and later, About Last Night is 10:30, Desperado 10:45, The Purge 10:45, and Gran Torino 11. So those are way too far in the future. So The Great Ziegfeld, Shawshank Redemption is one of me and my hubby's favorite movies. I really like it. It's really special. I probably have seen it 10 or 12 or 15 times. I think I have stopped watching it like 5 years ago or 2 years ago. I've stopped watching it, and I think that's because of the length. But okay, right here it shows from 8 to 11. That's 3 hours long. I thought it was like 5 hours long because of commercials. So maybe I'm wrong at that. So it's from 8 to 11. So it's 2/3 done. That is a really good one. But yeah, I think I just had my fill, or really I did think it was much longer than 3 hours. But again, this is on network TV. So when it says 8 to 11, it's not like HBO or Showtime. It's not just the movie. There's commercials and stuff. Yeah, it's a longer movie. Which is, I mean, I'm not knocking that. Great movie, though, for sure. For sure. I mean, all of them. Tom Hanks. I forget all the people that were in it. But the big dude and even the little weasel that, that hurt the mouse. Even though we hated him, he was a good actor. I hated him. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. And most movies I can see like every 6 months because I forget what it's about. So it's kind of surprising that I just recalled those parts of it. The big black dude saving the warden's wife, and and the mouse, and those kind of things it's really cool. So and he went to jail forever for something he didn't do, I think, right? Someone really did harm his wife, but he was charged with it or something. He really was innocent, right? Not like everybody in jail says they're innocent. I think he actually was. So, yeah, it's a great movie for sure. The one I would watch, I think Hitch is okay, but I haven't watched him since he slapped. It's weird. I've done that I haven't watched any of his movies since he slapped the other dude. Fist Fight. What the hell? Okay, so The Great Ziegfeld. No, he didn't kill his wife. Yeah, and he was in jail forever. What a crazy thing. I mean, what a plot. I mean, I know it's a movie, so I can't expect it to be true and stuff. But 10 to 1:15. Oh, my goodness. 3 hours and 15 minutes. And Turner Classic is, I just added it to the library. I guess I'm going to record it. My YouTube TV, I have an unlimited DVR, which is absurd because I copy every motorsports event, which I don't watch 5% of them, because I watch them live. But it's unlimited. But that's like 30 hours a week or more, probably 50 hours a week. That just, it goes ad infinitum. So the great Ziegfeld, I guess he looked like a, let's see here. So more information. So the great Ziegfeld, I don't know how to pronounce it. Z-I-E-G Feld, F-E-L-D. This lively biopic depicts the rise of Florence Ziegfeld, William Powell, a theater producer who became renowned during the 1920s for his lavish stage productions. Starting out by promoting individual performers, Ziegfeld established reviews featuring dozens of women, shows that developed into his famous Ziegfeld Follies on Broadway. His appreciation of women is also apparent off stage, leading to a love triangle involving actresses Anna Held, Louise Rayner, and Billie Burke Myrna Loy. Released in 1936. Holy moly. And I like, and it's rated R for 1936. Wow, that's kind of racy. So anyway. It looks kind of dorky, but he does have the women on stage. Anyway. My dad was born in 1936. Come on. That sounds pretty old. I mean, I know you're not a young pup. That sounds pretty old. I wouldn't have guessed your dad was that old. But we all know my dad's prehistoric. My dad was born in 1908, which is significantly older than most people's grandparents. But that's my dad. That's my dad. My mom was pretty old too. She was born in 1919. But I'm older than most folks now. I still feel 18 and act 18. So okay, it's showing an interview that's still going on. So I don't know if it keeps freezing or this guy really talks for 20 minutes. I believe it's probably freezing. Let me turn on the audio, see what's going on. I have way too much going on. Ooh. He'd be 87. Wow, your dad? Is that right? 64, 23, 87. Holy poop. My dad died when he was 70. And back then I thought that was old. Now I'm 60, whatever, 62. So now I'm like, well, 70 is not that old. But 87, that sounds, yeah, whoo, golly, B. That's up there. That's up there. Yup. That is up there. Up bear. Like a grizzly bear. Up bear. He'd be 87. He had me late in life. Well, I'm the youngest of 9, so of course my dad had me late in life because he had to have the first 8 kids, but he started later. But yeah, he was 52 when he had me, and it took about 18 years. So he was 34 with his first child. So that's pretty old. First child at 34, his last child at 52. So yeah. He had me late in life. Go Daddy-O. Sorry, I want to show him respect. Golly. Flow racing. I'm the youngest of 4. My oldest sibling is 54. So that's about my dad. So your oldest sibling is 54. So your father had the oldest when he was 33, and my dad was 34. Golly. And I don't know your age. You don't have to tell me your age, but my dad was 52 when he had me. So yeah, that's wild, man. So I got a couple of reactions to 54, 50, 35, and you 32. Look at that. Is that the same? And of course, you don't have to offer up any personal information, but it looks like two sets of two kids. So is that the same mother and father, or was that one couple had the first two kids and one of those two, and someone else had the next two kids? That's a big break. 15 years between second and third. Holy moly, 15 years. That's a 15-year-old kid. So, golly, that's a 15-year-old kid. So they were, they'd be in high school and they'd be persnickety and they would be biatchy and all that stuff. I don't know if they're all female or male or whatever, but 54, 50. I mean, that's 4 years. That's pretty cool. 3 different moms. Oh, my goodness. 54, 50, 35, and me, 32. Me and 35-year-old have same mom. That's kind of close. 3 years. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that happens, None of us are saints. Things like that happen for sure. So 54, 50, 35, and me, 32. 3 different moms, and you're laughing. Me and 35-year-old have same mom. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Are you close to them? I think you've told me about them. I think you have. I'm sorry, my memory's not always sharp on that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, those Nightbots. I'm going to have to start editing those. I think I needed for today to be over. I think I needed to go, okay, I was jacked up this morning about the Formula One. The Formula One was canceled. Let's finish today. And now then I would either, I don't like the word, so I'll say unenable the Nightbots or delete them or update them to something else. But there's a lot of them tonight that is about Formula One. And I'm like, damn, that's over. That's done. They canceled it. So anyway, I'll get to it. That video is not moving. So what do you think ought to happen about F1 race? Cancel, postpone, happen. I say cancel, which is really postpone. Events, live and on demand. That's a bogus thing. I'm close to my brother. Me and my sisters are just two different people. Ah, that's cool. You're close to your brother. That's cool. So I'm kind of estranged from everybody. I mean, if I was in Louisville, Kentucky, which is where some of my siblings are, I think the one sibling I would probably actively work on the relationship. He has 4 kids. He's 4 years older than me. And I had kids very late in life. My kid is the age of my siblings' grandkids. So we were, I missed the boat on that. But my brother, who's 4 years older than me, had kids younger than mine. So I'm like, wow, he's way, I was going to say worse. It's not worse, but just later in life of having kids. And he's probably the one I'm only, he's probably the only one I'm really close with. And we've done a lot. He's always, he became a doctor, but he was single and he wasn't dating anyone and he wasn't a parent and he liked to travel and he liked to eat and he talked me and my wife to move from Minneapolis to Chicago just to be near him. And he took us out to eat 5 to 6 nights a week. The really, really nice restaurants. He spoiled us for sure. But anyway, he traveled too, but he wasn't married. So I was his travel companion. So I went to Europe and California and Alaska. And, I did a lot of great trips with him. Now he's quirky the way he travels. He's quirky the way he travels. He usually had money to do whatever, to fly. I don't think I would ever want to fly first class, and I would never want to act like I'm a first class person. I think that's so stupid. What a waste of money. So I don't think I would ever want to do that. But as far as flying coach, my brother could have flown anywhere the way he wanted to do it, but he would do things different. When we went to visit my brother in Alaska, he was in Chicago and I was in Minnesota. So he took an Amtrak from Chicago to Minnesota, and we took an Amtrak across the country to Washington. And then we took a boat, and then we took other things. And so it ended up, it was a 10.5-day travel trip with a day and a half in Alaska. So people are like, oh my goodness, you barely saw your brother. And I'm like, yeah, that's the way. Me and my one sister closest, and she to me are like night and day, black and white, hot and cold, way, way different. That's too bad. That's too bad. And I'm really estranged in my family. So I don't ever want to, don't do what I do what I say. I would never want to encourage someone to try to rekindle or repair anything. But anyway, maybe it's in my nature, but I'm estranged. I don't do what I do. But when I first read that, I'm like, oh, isn't there some, you can just start with one commonality, just one little bit. And believe me, I was an active alcoholic. I burnt all the bridges with my siblings, my mother, and slowly some of those things were rebuilt. You didn't think it would ever be rebuilt, but some of them did. I'm estranged now, so it didn't really work. But anyway, closest in age to you. So we're cool, but we can't hang out for an extended period of time together. LOL. But anyway, yeah, when I read that, I'm like, it's okay to find the 1% that you have in common. Just how can you relate? What's that one topic you can relate? And again, I'm just babbling. It's there's many people in this world that say that ship has sailed. We should have done that 15 years ago. But I'm the youngest of 9. My father died when I was 18. My uncle, who I'm named after, died when I was 36. We had deaths all the frickin' time. And people, I'd be on the deathbed and they'd go, do you want to make any amends with people? And, as the saying goes, you don't regret when you're on your deathbed, you don't regret not buying that last car, and you don't regret the last vacation. You regret not talking to your loved ones. So anyway, it's out there. There's that kind of stuff. But again, don't do what I do because I'm horrible at it. Anyway, it's probably mostly about AA. If I was in AA actively, and I had a sponsor actively, and I worked the steps actively, and I read the big book actively, and I completed the steps actively, most likely my family would be in my life. Most likely. So it just gives you tools to live your life a certain way. So anyway, the event is in commercial break. I'm going to look on Twitter to see if, okay, so what is it? It's 10:20, and the last race is supposed to start at 9:45. So that's 35 minutes. And, supposedly, the last event, the previous one did just end. So let me try to figure out on Twitter if that's really true. Wow, I missed the big race, the big wreck. Lots of contenders nights are over. Wow, a lot of smoking. Anyway, that was the previous, but it just didn't show it to me. What? I just sent that. Let me try that again. Breaking. Montana has become the first state to completely ban TikTok after the governor signed the most sweeping measure in the U.S., attempting to curtail the app. Wow. VPNs in Montana. Woo doggy. Really? That's awesome. Are you talking about Montana? Of course, it immediately gets political, right? You know that, don't you? That's the first thing. I mean, golly. Okay, thumbs up. Tweet Shift seems to be doing these things very quickly. Billy Graham. Oh, wait. WWE legend Billy Graham, dead at 79. I don't know him. He has this white mustache and a white goatee, and the rest is brown. I've never seen him in my life. But I only know the famous ones like Hulk Hogan or whatever that guy was called. That is his name, right? Hulk Hogan? Who's the wrestler? It is Hulk Hogan. That's not the TV show, right? Anyway, I only know the real famous one. But I know Billy Graham. That's the evangelist. So I was like, he's way older than 79, and he's still alive, I think. So anyway. The measure is expected to be challenged legally, of course. There's the First Amendment that so many people look at. Not the second. I think it should be 18 plus. Yeah, I think that's great. It's ruined the younger generation's brains. I think it should be 18 plus. And it only makes sense that something's 18 plus. How did Facebook and Twitter, I mean, they are, I'm sure you know that currently all of them are 13 years old plus. How did they come up with that age? To just say, oh, they ought to be a teenager. Oh, well, 12, they're not teenage, but 13, they're teenage. So yeah, let's let them be a teenager. So who came up with that? It's not legal. The age of consent, I mean, and I've talked about this a lot because I'm a foster parent, and because of the boys I had in my house and the history they had with the abuse by their family, I needed to be aware of age of consent and all that stuff. And most people don't know much about age of consent because there's no reason to learn about it. But most people think age of consent is 18, which it's not by most states. I haven't checked in a decade or more, but back when I had to check with the boys I was with, out of the 50 states plus DC, out of the 51 entities, I think 30 of them or 35 of them are 16 years old. And then there's more 15-year-old age of consent than 17. And there's more 14 age of consent than 18. So it was weird that people think 18. Now, for movies and the internet, once it crosses the state line, it has to be 18. So it's age of consent. But anyway, the age of consent those states, it could be 14, 15, 16. So is that what it should be? I don't know what it is. So anyway, it's all bonkers. But I also think the internet should be 18 plus. So, except driving. Driving seems to be okay. What, 16 years old? Yeah, it's weird, man. But Montana, woo, doggy. It took forever to drive through Montana. I did not feel welcomed at all when I got gas or food or took a break. Everything is about politics out there. I did not feel welcome. It's a effed up situation, in my opinion, of course. Whew. Oh, okay. I'm trying to look for. I don't think. 16. I think it's good for school reasons and sports for the most part. Oh, age of consent? Is that what you're talking about? Age of consent? Now age of consent is by state. You can't make it across. So far it's not a national thing. You can't make a decision for all the states. So each state has their own age of consent. Is that what you're talking about? Or just, I'm sorry, except driving. Driving seems to be okay. Yeah, 16, I think it's good for school reasons and sports for the most part. Jobs, too. Driving at 16. Now, I am not a type A person, and I don't think I ever was a type A person. I think I was always type B. And I probably got a job when I was 16 and 18 and blah, 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 blah. But I think it is pretty interesting when kids want to get a job at 14 and they're legally able to. So I'm not opposed to jobs being at 14 years old and 15 years old. It's Dunkin' Donuts, so you can still run into, you could run into them being too young for the job and, they got to talk nice or whatever. Yeah, there's usually someone that wants to work at 14. They're pretty responsible. They're pretty nice. They're pretty everything. But I'm kind of but again, I'm type B. No, I'll wait till 18. I'll wait until 30. I'll wait to work. Yeah, that's fine. So, all right. So what do we got? 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 24 seconds. Haven't done squat, but tested 23 of my. I thought I was going to get through all 69 of them, but so let me just go through them. Let me. So 2023, what do you think? What's going on? Catching up. Flow Racing 2023. What do you think? What's going on? Catching up. Flow Racing 2023. What do you think? What's going on? Catching up. Flow Racing 2023. What do you think? What's going on? Catching up. Look, it's the same 5 being repeated. Flow Racing. What's going on? Catching up. Flow Racing. I have 18 of them every 5 minutes and then a bunch others. Catching up. Flow 2023. What do you think? What's going on? Come on. What is going on? That is bizarre. And then you showed up. Yes, man. Thank you so much. Which is, thank you. Thank you for showing up. So I'm going to try this a third, or it might even be more. I'm going to try to find out if the TV's not working, even though the thing is working. So 49 minutes ago, Brendan Queen wins Cars late model stock race here at North Wilkesboro. So let me do race with cars. Stars, race with stars. We're green 13 minutes ago. 10:17. See? 10:17. 14 minutes ago, this damn thing was live. 10:17. So 14 minutes. So do you think I should hunt down allegedly and hold him to what he promised he was going to get me? This laptop is horrendous. I mean, I am pushing it to the limit, but it's old. And the other laptop is even older and dying even more often. And the third one doesn't even work. I have 3 laptops stacked on top of each other. The bottom one was not open. It makes the rest of them go 2 inches higher. The second one is open, not turned on until I need another device, and I pull off the first laptop and get the second one going, which takes forever. It has viruses. It takes forever. You could. What did I say I'd do? Amen, I could. Whatever it was, I could definitely do it. So Brian Enton says Kaylee Gonsalves' dad, Steve, says he'll be at the hearing Monday. He says other victims' families are planning to go too. And that's Zoom. It's available to the public as Zoom. But it sounds like he's going, golly. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I wonder if I could live stream the Zoom. I'm sure I can't, but you know me, expanding the horizons, testing and more testing. So, okay, what did I do last time? I was in. Okay, I'm going to do it the opposite way. So the first time I did a dirt race, I started streaming on my laptop. Of course, that's what I'm comfortable with. So I did, and then I realized I had to get it off of the laptop. So on this iPad, as I was streaming, I joined and I don't know what I joined as, not as a viewer. I joined as a co-host or a guest or whatever. And then after a while, I was like, I just got to test this. So I just exited the laptop, and it continued. It worked on so I'm going to do the opposite now. I started it on this iPad, and I'm going to, so yeah, let's go over. Let me get rid of the video that's not working. Nightbot. Let's get rid of Twitter. No, I don't know. YouTube. There's so much I want to keep. Okay, so StreamYard. Okay, I'm over on my laptop, so I'm going to join this, and I don't know what it is. Entering the studio. Testing video. Hello, 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 hello. Enter video. Enter whatever. So let's see here. So guest. Add to stream. Did that work?
Holy poop. There's an echo. Does that help? I think I got rid of it. No, guess not. Sorry. I muted it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go bye. See you later. I'm leaving.